How to Milio support in under 3 minutes. You'll notice in all my runes I like to take Ultimate Hunter. Milio's ultimate is actually an extremely high cooldown, and if you want her ult to be up on the same timer as other people's CC ults, then you're going to want to take this rune. Starting with Milio's main page, Airy. This is good for poking and short trades. Airy also has high synergy with Milio's W, as it'll keep applying the shield to your ally in a fight. Some good options can be Taste of Blood, Bone Plating, or Revitalize for extra scaling. The second page I like to run is a more aggressive page of Electrocute. Electrocute actually procs off Milio's Q plus an empowered auto off E, making it have very high synergy. I usually combo this with Biscuits, as you want to be spamming your abilities early in lane, and Biscuits gives you the most mana regen in the early game. You can also sub this out for Mana Flow Ban and Scorch. Another page that could be very good on Milio is Spellbook. This is for scaling and anti-CC. Because you cannot ulti yourself out of CC, getting Cleanse can be very strong. Either take Cleanse or swap to Cleanse. For instance, at level 6, you can swap to Cleanse, so if a Mumu hits a 2-man ulti, you can Cleanse ulti to save both you and your ally. Mid-game around the 25-minute mark, you can swap in another Cleanse to get a surprise Cleanse ulti again to counter a massive Lilia ult. Some good options can be Bone Plating and Revitalize for some extra scaling and lane survivability. Milio doesn't have the most diverse build path. Most games you're going to run builds very similar to this. You're usually going to want Spellthies for the mana regen and CDR boots. For Mythics, you have two options. You can go Shirelias or Moonstone, depending if you want to have quick fights or long out sustained fights. Milio's W will proc Shirelias on any ally who walks in it, and it will constantly proc Moonstone on your ally you place it on, making both these very, very high synergy. Next, I like Staff of Flowing Water, as it's useful for both AP and ADD champions, as the ability haste is useful no matter who you're putting it on. Then Redemption, as it gives you extra survivability and is very good scaling, with Wardstone. Some options are Relic Shield, Mikhail's so you can buffer yourself out of CC, Ardent Sensor, Anti-Heal, and Zhonya's can be really good if you're getting dove by assassins. On Milio, you're usually going to want to max your E, W, then Q. But you can put a couple extra points in Q for the early game if you're in a super aggro lane, as it has very high base damage. Launch Milio's Q off of the minion wave to hit the enemy hiding behind. If you hit an enemy, you can use your E, Speed Boost, and Shield to follow up with an empowered auto. You can also use your move speed to just run at the enemy and start aggressively trading with them if you find an opportunity. Milio's W gives extended auto attack range to every single player inside it. Using this when trading will allow even shorter ranged ADCs to trade with longer ranged ADCs in the lane phase or late game. You can also use the move speed from your E and the W extended range to get quick auto trades in lane. Milio's Q is extremely good for keeping assassins out of fights. Try and hold it for key targets and keep them away from your carries. Unfortunately, I've gotten no games versus teams with CC, so I always use Milio's ult as a heal. Fortunately, her ult is actually still pretty good as a heal, and use it to bait enemies into bad situations. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna try and play Milio all day today whenever she's not banned, so check me out on stream. Check out my other 3-minute guides if you were enjoying this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next week.